Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Matilda. So guys, today is an exciting video because I'm going to be reviewing the Tocobo Cotton Soft Sun Stick. Now usually I would be reviewing sunscreen creams, but this is a sun stick. Today we're going to be talking all about sun sticks, and I'm going to let you guys know if this is worth the hype because you guys be hyping it so much. So let's try it out and see what we think. So this is the Tocobo Cotton Soft Sun Stick SPF 50 PA++++. What are the details about this sunscreen? This is a hybrid sunscreen, which means that it is both a chemical and physical sunscreen. It has both chemical and physical filters contained in the sunscreen. This sunscreen has an SPF of 50 plus and PA+++++4 plus. It retails for $18. Nigeria, you can get it from around 8 to 11,000 naira, and in Europe you can get it for about 14 to 18 pounds. I'll leave links to where you can shop the sunscreen for the different countries. This sunscreen is 19 gram, also known as 0.7 ounce. It is cruelty free and vegan, and it also has 4 herbal complexes with excellent anti-inflammatory effects to soothe the skin. So what are the claims about this Tocobo Cotton Soft Sun Stick? So this sunscreen doesn't really claim to be a lot. It just says it is anti-sebum and it contains cotton extract to keep the skin moisturized, and also has herb AC complex for helping to soothe and protect sensitive skin. So it doesn't have a lot of claims, but I'm gonna do my test. I want to know if this sunscreen is worth it, and you guys want to know too. So let's go on to the application. Sunscreen sticks are not really common like the way normal sunscreen creams are. So you might be wondering, how do you apply a sunscreen stick to get maximum protection? If you want to apply a sunscreen stick, you should be using at least 4 passes of the sunscreen stick on each region of your face. Minimum, you can even increase it to get more protection. So the first application, we're going to be testing out the sunscreen with a moisturizer. Let's see how that goes. Then we're going to be testing how the sunscreen applies after few hours. So we're going to be reapplying the sunscreen where we have added sunscreen and moisturizer, and let's see how that goes. Now we're gonna be doing the sunscreen test with makeup. It doesn't have any claim about makeup, that's fair, but I would like to know personally how this sunscreen applies on makeup. So the first thing we're gonna do is apply the sunscreen before makeup. Let's see how that goes. Now the next test is we want to see how this sunscreen applies on top of makeup. Now the final test of the Tocobo Cotton Soft Sun Stick is with water. Now if the sunscreen doesn't work well with water, I'm not going to fault it because they didn't say anything about water. I feel like it's now a routine and a tradition for me to just test sunscreens with water in my reviews, so I'm just going to do it just to satisfy the audience needs, but they don't have any claims about water. But let's just try it out and see how it goes. So my face is bare face, there's no moisturizer, I just cleansed, so we're going to be trying out the sunscreen. Pass the water test. One of the reservations people have about sunscreen sticks is how to clean it, because at the end of the day you're putting this product directly on your face, which might already have some bacteria and some other things that you might not really want to stay on the sunscreen. So people always ask, how do you clean a sunscreen stick? And it's actually quite easy. You can just use a tissue paper or a wipe to just clean the sunscreen. So So the thing about sunscreen sticks is that they are formulated to not harbor bacteria, because I'm sure these companies know that this is something that people are actually concerned about. So the way it is formulated so it will not be able to harbor bacteria if there is any. Just like the way you have your deodorant where you are always using it on your armpits, it's formulated for that. So I'm not here to tell you all of that. This sunscreen is not sticky, it doesn't peel, it doesn't irritate the eyes or make your eyes stink, and it also has a smell. I don't know how to describe the smell, but it has a smell, not a bad smell, like a pleasant smell. So it has fragrance. So what is the finish of this sunscreen? This sunscreen has a dewy finish, definitely not a matte finish at all. It has a dewy finish. That is up to you to decide. I'm not gonna speak on it. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Tocobo Cotton Soft Sunstick SPF 50 PA++++. So, starting out with the pros. The first pro about this sunscreen is that this sunscreen does not leave a white cast. Even though it has some mineral filters in the sunscreen, it still doesn't have a white cast. So that is a plus for me. Another pro about this sunscreen is that it is very compatible. It is something that you can easily carry about around throughout your day and use it to reapply throughout your day, so it's quite compatible. It can fit in your bag. The next pro about this sunscreen is that it is less messy, so it is perfect for reapplication. You don't have to use your hands to blend the sunscreen, just applying it directly on your face. So you don't have to start thinking, okay, I've been doing things throughout the day, my hands are dirty, so you don't have to think about that. All you just have to do is apply the sunscreen directly on your face and just clean it with a wipe when you're done. So it's less messy than when you're using your typical sunscreen creams. Another thing I like about this sunscreen is that this sunscreen is not harsh, so it's going to be really good if you have sensitive skin. It contains some really nice ingredients that will be really beneficial to soothe the skin. So I like that about this sunscreen. Now, what are the cons of this sunscreen? Dun dun dun. The first con about this sunscreen is that it takes off makeup. When I apply this sunscreen on top of makeup, the makeup leaves my face. Not only does it take off your makeup when you're applying it on top of makeup, it also gives the makeup an oily finish, which I don't like. If you guys watch my sunscreen spray video where I reviewed the Altruist sunscreen spray, it left that oily finish, but although the sunscreen spray was a lot, the oily finish was literally so much that if you touch my face, the makeup will come off because of how oily my face became. This one does not make your makeup too oily, but it does make the makeup change from being matte to a little bit dewy, which I do not like. So if I'm going about my day trying to reapply sunscreen on top of my makeup, I don't want my makeup to get oilier. Although the sunscreen smells nice, the next con about the sunscreen is that it contains fragrance. So that is something I always like to mention, because some people are anti-fragrance. Like if this is fragrance and skincare, they don't want. So I like to put it in the cons so that people that are not interested in fragrance, they would know that, okay, this contains fragrance. But I personally, I don't have a problem with fragrance. But fragrance is actually the last ingredient on this sunscreen, so I don't think it contains a lot of fragrance. It's literally the last ingredient, so the concentration might be quite low. The next con about this sunscreen is that this sunscreen is small. Guys, I know I said that this sunscreen is compact. Yeah, you can easily carry it all about, but the actual content of the sunscreen is just way too small, bro. Like, it's so small. So I know that maybe the consistency of the sunscreen, since it's kind of like a stick form, maybe that's why it's small, but it is actually small. I expected more, but it's quite small. And you guys know I don't like small sunscreens. I would always talk about it, because do I need to give the same lecture every time? But yeah, it's a con for me. It's too small. Now, the next con about the sunscreen is because of what they claim about the sunscreen. They claim that this sunscreen is anti-sebum. That is literally the base of this sunscreen, anti-sebum. So when you say something is anti-sebum, you know, sebum means kind of oil. I would expect that the sunscreen would make your skin less oilier. But it really doesn't. If you already have oily skin, you apply it, it's not going to reduce the oil. Might I even add that it might even increase the oil. So that is the con about this sunscreen. You say it is anti-sebum, but I don't see that anti-sebum property in the sunscreen. So that is the con for me. So guys, let's talk about why sunscreen sticks should not be your main sunscreen. The problem I have with sunscreen sticks. The first problem I have with sunscreen sticks as a whole, generally, not just this Tocobo sunscreen, is that it is so easy to miss spots. It's almost invisible. So when you're even applying it, you don't even know where you did not apply because you can't really see it. You know, when you apply your full sunscreen, you can literally see your application. You can see the cream being applied on your face. So it is much more easier for you to see where the product is and where you are missing. But this one is quite easy to miss, but you don't even know, maybe you missed your nose or maybe your chin or your forehead. So it's quite easy to miss spots. So that is one of the things I don't like about sunscreen sticks. The next thing I don't like about sunscreen stick is that you will not get the full SPF protection. This sunscreen claims to have an SPF 50. I don't doubt them, but would you be applying the actual SPF 50? You know that when you apply your sunscreen creams, you need 2 fingers of sunscreen to get that SPF 50 or 30 or 60. You need that 2 fingers and above. But with sunscreen sticks, they say you need 4 passes minimum. But the truth is that you are bound to apply less sunscreen with this sunscreen stick, because you might think, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you might even forget this side. It is going to be very rare for you to get that full SPF protection. You're not going to get the maximum protection that the sunscreen claims to offer because you would not be applying the adequate amount. So you might be asking, so what are you saying? Should we not use sunscreen sticks? Now, sunscreen sticks should not be used as your main sunscreen. Don't use a sunscreen stick as your main sunscreen. Please don't do that. Use your normal sunscreen creams. Use that. Then throughout the day, maybe you don't want to start carrying this all about your day. Then that is when you can start using your sunscreen sticks to reapply. I think sunscreen sticks are best for reapplication, not to be substituted with your regular sunscreen creams, because this will give you more protection than this. But I understand that it's actually quite inconvenient to be carrying this all about your day and using your hands to rub it all over your face. I get that, trust me. So sunscreen sticks are perfect for reapplication. They are compact, they are easy to use, they are less messy than sunscreen creams. So what are my thoughts on the Tocobo Cotton Soft Sun Stick? The sunscreen is good for what it is. It is great for all skin types. If you like the finish, it is great for all skin types. It is good for you on the go. You're going out, you need something to protect your skin. Although it's not going to give you maximum protection, but it's better than having no protection. It is great for people that they don't want to stress yourself with a sunscreen cream, because it is actually quite convenient. These sunscreen sticks, they are quite convenient. So it is just good for what it is. It's good as a sunscreen stick. So now the question you might want to ask me is, would I be buying it again? Will Matilda Duku be buying the Tocobo Sun Stick? Well, the truth is that I'm not going to be buying it again. Why? I'm not going to be buying it again just for one single reason: the fact that it takes off makeup. The reason why I would want to be using a sunscreen stick in my daily routine is because of the convenience, and because I want something that I can easily apply over my makeup. Because the truth of the matter is, applying sunscreen creams over makeup is literally is not it. Like, to me, it's just I don't even do it because it's like you understand. So using the sunscreen stick would be much better for applying over makeup. But if your sunscreen stick is taking off your makeup, so I just feel like, so what's the point of me buying the sunscreen stick again? Because I will get more protection with the sunscreen cream, and this one, the one good thing that I want you to do, you don't do it. So for me, it's like, there's no point. Another reason why I will not be buying it again is because I want to try out other sunscreen sticks. This is the first sunscreen stick I'm ever trying out, so I want to see how others compare. Is this the way all sunscreen sticks are? Let me know in the comment section if you have actually tried the sunscreen stick and what your favorite is, so I will get it and see if it's worth it. Overall, it's something I can still recommend to someone that just wants to start using sunscreen, but you don't want to do the whole messy things with your hands. You just want something on the go you can try it out and see if you like it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys love and support. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. If you guys want to see me outside of YouTube, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, or Matilda Duku. Hey. So do you guys have any sunscreen that I should try out? Do you have any sunscreen stick I should try? Because I'm actually more interested to see what other brands have to offer. You know, I'm curious. Have you tried out the Tocobo Cotton Soft Sun Stick before? What are your thoughts on the sunscreen? If you guys want to watch other videos of me, I'm going to leave my skincare playlist up here, and I'm also going to leave another video. So please check out my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.